performing schools in East Austin. That right there says there's a problem when you have 7 low performing schools. So when you start to hone in on what's putting them in that category, and you take a look at X number of kids below the grade academically, and then when you hone in on that to say, okay, well, hypothetically, let me just give you a hypothetical, you see what I'm saying? If you got 1,000 kids there, let's say 300 of them are low performing, then what you need to do is isolate it down to those 300 kids. You know, are you behind in math? Are you behind in science? Are you behind in English as a second language? You know, that's another problem with a lot of the campuses, is that they're low performing because you don't have Spanish-speaking teachers, and they can't communicate effectively to a lot of the kids that are migrating into the school. So it's causing the schools to be low performing when you don't have the right resources. So, but identifying what resources in terms of tutoring, and if the state or the city or the district does not have the funding to adequately provide the services, then a flag needs to be raised. But at any given point, to bring the African American community up, I think the community ought to come together, bring the retired teachers in, and mentor these kids, put the proper tutoring programs in place so they're not at the bottom of the totem pole. Sure, the system, I look at it like this here. Yes, there's problems in our educational system, but we as a community, as African Americans, we need to recognize these problems, look at what's happening, and then do something about it. So we're just as bad when we don't come together and recognize that something needs to be done. I'm not going to hold you responsible for my child graduating. At the end of the day, I'm going to make sure that my child does it. So, but you have to also realize that some kids are coming from dysfunctional families. So that's where the village comes in and says, this is what we need to do, and not let this child fail because the mother may be in jail, the father may be in jail. The community needs to come together, and we need those type of programs throughout the community in order to bring the kids up.